Hi guys. Oh, welcome. I know it's super late, but I wanted to put this out there before tomorrow. Um, Welcome to WCAA Network in the middle of the night. Everything I do and say falls under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. I'm putting some information out there right now because I believe full-heartedly it is probably one of the most important lives and information that needs to get out there right now. Hi, Lisa. Hi, guys. Sorry it's so late. I don't know where everybody is. It's 12 o'clock here. But hi, Muffin Top. Wow, you all are right there. This is really important information, you guys. It really follows the SUMMERWELLS missing children. Kylie Rodney. All the children and all the kids that I've been talking about. And I'm really quite sad how this case was handled. It is definitely, I'm putting my reputation out there, and I am saying this is a SUMMERWELLS missing child sacrifice. I listened to the reports. I am talking about LUCIANMUNGUIA. I don't know how to pronounce the name, but it's the little boy who's 5, and they put a video out there showing how the family happened to have stumbled upon. It's 3 a.m. in Michigan. It sure is. How the family just happened to stumble upon an underground bunker. Now, the underground bunker was completely ignored and ditched by the authorities. They're like, well, since we didn't find anything there that has to do with the case, they're just throwing the person probably in jail for 48 hours and that's it. Let me tell you something, you guys. Obviously, this is for entertainment purposes only. I have no rhyme or reason or anything other than what I'm about to show you to back it up. Knowing that I'm doing the Kylie Rodney review and grabbing information, this is crazy. Let me show you a little bit of what their videos show. The videos of this little boy are going to blow your mind away. I'm first starting with this video that held this photo. When I show a photo, I've already done my homework and I have looked at the framework, the small little bit of information that's behind this little boy. This is what I want to show you tonight, and then I will be able to sleep. This is his memorial. they went to a place to throw daisies in the water. This video explains and confirms with no doubt in my mind all of my elements, and this story is true, and this is what they're doing to children, and the families are making money off their sacrifices. They have this little girl at the water with them who has equipment connected to her. It is as clear as you see it here. That's how clear it is in the video. This little girl who is at the side of the water in which they are doing this has all of the elements that I see in the children's heads connected to her, and next to her is the equipment that someone is holding. Now let me tell you guys something. There isn't anything about this video that is covered up or deep faked. Nothing. What they don't understand is there's a channel here, WCIA Network, that has pages upon pages, videos upon videos, files upon files that show the same information. They are not throwing daisies in the water. They are throwing trophies in the water. Those daisies fall like rocks. They are passing the little box with the V on it, and they have all of the elements that I have been discussing for over a year and a half. Every element down to the stick with the heart. This little box that we see Benny holding in his hand with the V is being passed along. She had the little one has something connected to her leg that continues to move. This is not deep faked, you guys. They're showing it clearly. This is the first video to me that proves this is happening. This is happening. They are finishing their process here at the water, while down there, right down there, is the stick, and I'm going to show you how the head appears. Right now, it may look like this, but wait till you see how it changes. Here's the stick that goes in the water, and it's moving and it twirls. It twirls. It twirls and moves throughout the video. This here on her leg goes in and out, in and out. It moves, it moves. There are the hearts. Here it is. Here it is. And here's his finger. Everybody has something connected to them in this line of people. So, if you compare the leg here, this thing right here, This little thing that goes up this girl's leg is what I always see. Over here, I'm showing you how it's not. It moves and it's connected by a little heart. This is the first video in over a year that completely shows the whole entire process. Watch in the water how the head will start to appear. You are to watch the hand and how, wait, what page am I on? 6. Watch the hand, how this little thing, they're passing down the row. And that thing on the leg changes. They are completing their sacrifice because I truly believe they went down into a hole to go get the trophies. To go get the trophies. These. You guys, here comes the head. In the video, wait, this is what Check It TV has in Check It TV has all that. They have some tube, I don't know what they're doing, but what you see down in the water shifts and changes as that little metal tube twists and turns, and this child's head appears. This here is twisting the whole time. This section here is what appears, and here's that metal thing that we see in Don's doorway. It's a door frame. And here, all of the little heart things in the water. You guys, this is a torso. These are the hearts. They're all carrying them, you guys. This is the most evidence because the video itself has nothing covering it up. Nothing. It shows it. It shows the sacrifice. It shows what is going on in the water. We've seen all these pieces. There's the heart. That's the piece that Benny always has in his hand. You guys, this is the most unbelievable video ever to show this is going on. And I listened to the sheriff just blow the whole fucking thing off. Do you see what their feet are on? This is the entranceway. This is the little boy's end of his sacrifice. Everything in these photos, you guys, shows this is really happening. This is not a deep fake. This group put it up as a video. That little girl somehow is being sacrificed with him. Notice what is going on here. Notice. It's very clear because I'm going to show you the video. It's very clear because the video is very clear. This group has no fucking idea how much work has been put into these sacrifices. We've seen all this. They are getting rid of the trophies. Look at that little girl's head. She is covered in the elements. My goodness, you guys, this is the SUMMERWELLS Missing Children's story. This is their journey. This is what these children are going through. You guys, this is what they're going through. That girl in the front somehow is being sacrificed. She's sitting in the front, connected to all of this. We've seen all these, you guys. We've seen all these pieces. The box that looks pink is the box that Benny shows in his hand. The fake Benny. Whatever you want to call it. Whatever you see to the right-hand side is what gets put under the bridge, under the water, somewhere. That shit is not fake. We have thousands of photos of this. That anyone that has been watching my channel knows that this is a fucking bingo card. This is it. This is the shit that the guy from Adventures with Purpose puts in the water and acts as if he sees it on the red, infrared, whatever. This matches up to their videos. This matches up to their videos. There's the V. This matches up to Adventures with Purpose videos. Listen to me when I tell you. And it travels in the water, and this goes to the fishing boat. Period. It takes my breath away, you guys. You don't understand. I had to go up tonight and show this because this is the story. This is it. The Adventures with Purpose videos puts this out there. That is what is put. Match it up yourselves, you guys. Match this up. Everything that you see on the bottom by the water, right here, shows up on their videos. I don't know what this is over here, if it's a child's foot or whatever it is, consistently changes. This boot and this shoe, these shoes here, matched Don Wells's shoes on the day he went to the carnival. Here you got the A. Here you have your box. It's all here. It's all here. That shit is in her hair. It's connected to her because this child was sacrificed or is being sacrificed right after their son. And let me tell you, I have no reason to say who's guilty or not guilty, but let me tell you something. The parents know this goes on. And when they say they're going to look for their child, they're looking for the trophies. It's a game. They need to find the pieces. This child here has all the items on them that we have been looking at. The lady in the back has the mask on her that was found under the ground in the underground place that the father went and said nothing was there. See that white little mask? Trust me, this is what was there. This girl has all the shit on her. This is the SUMMERWELLS missing children's frickin' story. It is being put on YouTube. It is being televised. It is being shown, and the authorities don't give a shit. Go listen to how the sheriff in this place. Go listen to how the sheriff in this place, what he said. Basically, he didn't give a shit. Didn't give a shit. There's your backpack that holds the equipment that is on that child. It's really, really sick. Look at these photos. Really look at them. Really look how you have seen all of this. Not one authority is stopping it. That little girl is connected to a machine. It is right here. You have seen it. You have seen this before. You have seen this before. They are putting on YouTube their child's sacrifice. Watch how the head is appearing on the left-hand side. It is connected to the machinery that I have been showing. This is their story, and no one's going to do a damn thing about it, and I'm going to keep showing it. Checka TV has deleted all his videos, but guess what, dickhead? I have them all. Now I know that this stick right here, I'm right. It goes in the water. Goes down there. That bottom is shaped like a 5. That was on Kylie Rodney's head. And each one of them have a stick. They each have a stick. Now look at that child's foot. You guys, these are the boots that were shown. These are the same boots that were shown at the carnival, Summer Moon Wells' carnival. I kept that picture because I know shoes are a big deal. But look what's happening. What's happening? This is exactly the spot and how and where Adventures with Purpose pulls this shit out of the water. They do it under a bridge every time. It's there for them to pick it up. Because the sacrifices are being done and this has to travel. Did you know that they found a scuba outfit in the hole down there with the private parts, with holes in the private parts? That is scuba gear they found in there. And no one knew, and the sheriff of the place doesn't give a shit. They think that has nothing to do with anything. Scuba gear, a mask, a thing for the neck, a rope. Really? Really? Well, I'm going to make sure that this shit is being seen over and over. Look how the head comes and goes. All this shit is going on. It's a heart in his hand. And look at how the machinery, with each frame that I grab. Let me show you what the white machinery looks like up front, up and close. This gets connected to their bodies. There's your white metal machinery with the heart. Whoever's foot keeps changing is connected to that white stuff, is connected to the machinery. They're all lined up. For all we know, it's all these people are being victimized. But this is it, you guys. This is it. This is it. There's your pole. There's your little box that Benny shows in his hand. There's the person's eyeball being removed. It's the exact same thing that Adventures with Purpose uses and pretends that it's a camera. It's not a camera. This is a sacrifice. Everyone needs to look, and everyone needs to understand this is a sacrifice. That's the exact equipment that gets placed on the eyeball, and this girl in front of us here is being victimized. That's the exact same thing that Adventures with Purpose puts on their face. It's the exact same thing that I see in Deer Meat for Dinner. It's the exact same thing that Checka TV has. There's only a few groups that show it. We're down to just 3 groups. This is their son's sacrifice. Seriously, look at it. This is what it is. That is what it is. And for some reason, they think no one's going to notice. Look at that. This is unbelievable. I have been showing this, and this is the first time the video is crystal clear. Check that out, you guys, how it matches with Check It TV. Check It TV shows all of these elements. The picture to the right is Check It TV. It's exactly what is pulled out of the water or put in the water. It is right there. That is Check It TV's video. Video. They do. Now, I know what to follow because I've been doing this for over a year. When they showed the hole in the ground, I'm like, who gave them that video? Because that's a hole in the ground that I've been looking at for over a year. Whatever he showed, I am telling you guys, is where the children go. The information that is shown in his photos of his video matches up with the other holes in the ground that I have. This here, let me show you, might as well be in the Wells backyard or behind Benny standing somewhere. This is what he showed. That's not old. This is a SUMMERWELLS Missing Children's hole in the ground. This is exactly what it looks like. So I don't know what he's showing, but I can tell you that he's showing something I've been looking at for over a year. Over to the right-hand side are the little fives. This is what we see in the ground. What Arbana showed us. This. Arbana showed us this. So I don't know if these people don't watch videos and see who's doing what. But I can match this up. And their balloons show information. That's where the children go. And their sheriff was like, oh, their sheriff, he's the one who pissed me off. Listening to how he conducted himself and said, well, you know, he'll just go right back. Every photo of this child is a SUMMERWELLS Missing child. No one has noticed that he has a box connected to his head and he has stuff connected around his neck. How is that possible? How is that possible that no one sees a number 5 box connected to his head? Look at his face. Look at his head. I don't get it. Look at that. Right there. I don't get it. I don't understand. I don't understand what's normal about this photo. He has exact same information attached to him as all the children do that I am following. He has in his mouth those little pieces in his mouth. No one, this poor child, no one's noticing. Here is a picture that his father put out there with the hearts and the white with the hearts on the side. He is showing himself under the ground. in the space that the children go. You guys, that's like a new location. If you look really close, it's a white room on the other side of him. The stuff that they're showing is the location these children go. I have seen this before. It's down there, under the purple. This isn't a hole in the ground that's an old place. This is a hole in the ground that is right now, as we are on this show, and I'm speaking to you guys, this is a location that is clean and it has children in it, because this is not a place that is old. And and he just blew it off. Their sheriff just blew it off. This is white and clean. This is the equipment. This is his head. These are the red hearts. I don't understand it. How is it that this picture is on the news? Literally on the news, with these balloons that are all the shapes of the SUMMERWELLS missing children. All those shapes that you saw, those shapes were in the air for Kylie Rodney. Like, you guys, it's all the same. It's all the same. How much longer could the authorities get away with ignoring this? Because I'm going to keep putting it in their faces. I'm not going to stop, because at the end of the day, someone is going to lose their job. This here is not underground. This isn't an underground place. It's been there for 50 plus years, since 19 whatever. This here is a room that we have seen in the fake car. That's the doorway. This is the head, because it's so frustrating to me, you guys, that this is being ignored, and they put it on the news as if really they're not even looking at it. And let me tell you something. They even said that it's at the playgrounds, that they're putting this under playgrounds. Do you know how many stories that we've listened to and they say, oh, my child was playing at the park and then they were gone? Right, because they're going underneath the ground in these tunnels, which they said on the news today that they're in the playgrounds. What is it that the authorities don't understand that they need to do to stop this? The people that are doing this are actually leaving breadcrumbs to the location, and the authorities are saying, we don't care. But yet, millions of dollars are being made. And these locations, these cities, you know how much money that they're getting in donations to go try to find these kids that they probably know aren't coming back? This photo right here is an indication that that photo is not underground in a place that an old man built years ago. I don't even know who that is. That is the location, that is the equipment, and this is a bullshit photo. It's disgusting that this is being allowed even on our own television news stations. Look at his face. Look at his face and understand that what he has around his head is the exact thing that we see in the SUMMERWELLS case, that these bones that are surrounding her are shaped just like that. This isn't funny. In the video in the water, that is exactly what they show. You guys, I could take that picture and line it right up to the Kylie Rodney case of what they have flying in the water, flying in the air, just lit up like, we're not going to know what it is. This photo right here of these shapes, those shapes are around his head, and those shapes are in the balloons. And those shapes are in Kylie Rodney's basket, and those shapes surround Summer Moon Wells. They're everywhere. They're not so stupid looking anymore. They all match. They all match. And why would you have a missing child's photo with a bone sticking out of his face? Like, what is that? Does he have a microphone sticking out of his ear? Do people think he has a microphone? I don't get it. I don't get it. It's a cookie cutter. It's a fucking cookie cutter. And I cannot understand, or I will not accept the fact that the police don't see this. All I do is I'm an intuitive. I follow my clairvoyance and my messages. But let me tell you something. I don't have any of the equipment and shit that the authorities have. Why are they allowing this? That is the water that they're throwing their fake daisies in. That's what Arden Papillon had in the water. This is what they go get in the water, you guys. This is probably what Adventures with Purpose grabs out of the water. This is being allowed. What this sheriff said on TV, it's on some TikTok video, was so mouth-dropping to me. It's like, oh, he'll be in there he'll just be in jail for 8 hours and just go back to doing what he does. I'm like, what? He said it. Do you see this? This child, through my clairvoyance and medium, is sitting over the hole he goes in. Period. That, to me, is the hole that the father showed. And see all those little white pieces that are around there? Around there? That's what winds up in the water. Don't ask me what it does. I don't know. I just know the story. And this poor little child, that outfit is covering up whatever they're doing to him. And these parents are raising money. They're getting donations. The city is raising money, getting donations for people to go search. This child right here is connected to the equipment. Period. This child needs justice. His story is being told right now. His story is being told right now. Right now. I'm calling bullshit on the parents, and I'm calling bullshit on these photos, and that is the whole. That's it. Not that complicated. You tell me the difference between these holes. There isn't one. The only difference between this hole is there's a layer beneath the layer. You're seeing to the right, the top layer. We're looking to the left, the layer underneath it. You see those bricks that cover it up? Oh, they've got it covered. They have it covered really well. It's the same goddamn hole. And if the FBI and the cops would decide to actually go dig it or throw someone in a hole until they decide to talk, this shit would be over with. It'd be over with. But no, they are not dealing with it. But you know what? They have WCIA network over here with all of you guys that are supporting me that are not going to stop. Looks familiar, right? Because this isn't the whole. They are showing information that is exactly what we saw in the Kylie Rodney windows. This white thing with the A on it, this blanket. I don't understand why they think, you know what? We know they've been getting away with it. But why would you put the same information out there thinking that no one's actually paying attention? This white thing with the A on it is in one of the windows, look like with that same maroon thing behind it, and they kind of like the same kind of a blanket. This isn't something that he took a picture of in the hole. This is something that Checka TV has in his photos. Checka TV has this, as clear as can be in his photos. His is sitting this way, right in Checka TV's video. This way. That is Checka TV has the same frickin' information. Let me show you. So here's Checka TV's, the stuff you see in the water. This is from Checka TV right there. Here is, oh my God, like his videos literally show everything. Let me see something. I want to see if that blanket matches Kylie's sweater. I don't think so. So you could basically lay Kylie Rodney right in here. Like, seriously. Even the colors match. Wait, I'm going to show you that blanket. Boxes. It's just freaking... Here, this is Checka TV. This is the heart that they're holding. He has everything that I'm showing you guys. Here's the heart that I'm showing you in these pictures. Let me find that thing. So all that is, what this is like this. Wait, let me open this up. Each one of his rooms that are behind a screen, like he just showed the child behind the screen, has one of these in there. See, it's like in the corner there, right there. Let me get another one. They're important. Oh, this one's even clearer here. That is this. And see the A on it? Let me turn it. Here, let me turn it. So you could see how the tip and everything matches. To me, it's almost as if they're in the same place. So it depends on which way you turn it, but this is the same thing. This here is that. It's the same thing. Everything, and that is not in a place that's a dirty. I can't even keep like repeating because it's very frustrating. It's very frustrating. Like where'd this come from? I've seen a hole like that. See? All the same information. And all of a sudden, whoever is making these pictures, like, what is it that they have to put the pieces of the equipment in their heads thinking? Do you understand that they're so confident that the authorities aren't going to do anything, that they put the pieces of the elements in his head? They know that the authorities aren't going to do anything. They're going to be like, oh, what are the authorities going to do? Oh, there's a heart in his head. But guess what? This all matches. Whoever did these pictures put the equipment on this child's head. It made its left side strange, but the equipment is all here. The same people make these pictures, you guys, for all of the children. It's the missing children, whatever company. That's who makes these. Why is this allowed? Why is it that no one questions that shit that's in his head? That's really clear. There's the heart that's in his head. There's the blood thing that's in his head. There's that thing that they put in their ear and it looks like an earbud thing. There's his eye. The eyeball has a V on it. Like, why is this allowed? Why is this being allowed and no one is stopping it? You cannot tell me you don't see that. There's no way you could see that. Or no way you don't see it. So this is what they show that's under there. I call bullshit, but and I wanted to show you guys something. And this is also another photo, is the one to the left. I have a photo, the one to the left. Maybe tomorrow I'll show you. I have a photo like that that matches up to Arbana's photo that Arbana gave me a bunch of photos, but I haven't done any apples to apples or stuff like that because I wanted to get this out tonight. And you all know anything I put out here is already sent in. Like, I already send this shit in. But look to the picture to the right. I think that's what they do. I think they pull cars in like that. And there are real things like that going on. That picture to the right seems feels familiar to me. There's a familiar feel about it. Like when I use my intuition or yada yada, certain things I could feel and see and understand. This photo here feels like it's Don Wells' backyard. It just does. I feel like this is what he does. And if you look at a close-up, you know, obviously we don't know what this looks like, but if you look at a close-up, I feel as if this is what's going on. Like it's a car that gets pulled in, or like a part of a truck or something. Because I feel as if they sit in a fake car and it goes under. Yeah, like a loading dock under the ground. And if you look around what's going on here, this photo, it just feels so familiar. Like everything about it. Like I feel like I've been looking at something like this for a long time. You know, like, look at this. Like, it just feels... I feel like this is what they build. Because a lot of cars are involved. There are cars that are involved. And this to me... This to me resonates. It resonates with me. And that's all I could say because I don't have anything else until, yes, I'm going on location, but until the authorities allow me to go walk these places, I could probably walk right over it and completely feel where it is. Because I feel it already. Like I feel it. I don't know how else to explain it, you guys. Like if they let me like walk it, you know, like walk on something like this, because Don Wells had this same thing going on at his house. Oh well, I guess Don Wells has the same thing going on at his house. That's what I'm being told. See those wood pieces? This is exactly what Don Wells' house does. I feel like this could be... I feel like that this could be found. This could be found, you guys. I could find this if I were to walk over it. I know I can. See in the back there? There's like a maroon doorway. See back here? right back here. I don't know what all this stuff is, but it sure does resonate with me, man. Like it makes my heart burn. And you see those, do you see these, those little, see, but when you look at pictures like this, you don't know. This resonates with me right here big time. Really resonates. This could be, to me, I think this could be a Don Wells house. And see the doorways? Yeah, it's not a fake vehicle. They're actually lowering. This, wow. This is actually what it does look like. Remember I showed you guys pictures of a tractor like this and it was being pulled from Deer Meat with Dinner? Deer Meat for Dinner is being pulled like this. It was a tractor just like this and it was being pulled. I'll have to do that with an apples to apples because this sits with me way too very, very strongly. Very. I want to show you pictures that they have inside this little boy's mouth and to notice what is on his neck. No one's noticing these things. What's on his neck is what they superimpose as those. Now I know they superimpose them as like those baskets that move. That's what that is. That's what that is. And what he has in his mouth is a little silver thing that I see in the Beastin Bunch. Even though this is a video that she made like this, I'm not looking at his face and the craziness. I'm saying that this is real. This is what they did to him. This is real. This is a real sick-ass frickin' fucking photo. This isn't something that you could do on a, you can't add the elements on a child through an app. You can make someone look funny, but this child doesn't just look funny. This child is being abused right on tape. And the mother put it up there. That's the V on his neck, you guys. These are the elements of the Summer Moon Wells missing children. These are the elements. There is no reason this child should have any of these elements on him. This is the Quentin Simon case. This is all of them. Look, like that shouldn't be on his neck. None of this. And the eyeball on the right-hand side. These are live sacrifices. And the day that the authorities decide to shut this shit down, awesome. I'm going to keep showing it. You don't do this on an app. The girl on the left was at one of his birthday parties that they threw. Would you guys believe the picture up on the right-hand corner came from his news story on the news? That photo came straight from their local news station doing the news. The news stations are really used to put information out there. Um, I always go to the news stations because that they have different. I think that there's been many people that have been victimized to this in that area. This is the picture they use on their local news station about this little boy. That just tells me that there's another victim. Lisa, they do nothing. They do nothing. Nothing. There's a picture of him and they have his little boxes behind him. This picture of them in the water, I pulled because every child that has been victimized and gone through the Summer Moon Wells Missing Children story has photos like this. Now, someone who doesn't know my channel will be like, oh my God, they're just playing in the water. No, they're not just playing in the water. This is a photo that's very important to the parents. Because this child is not just playing in the water. They usually have, I don't even know the freaking equipment, but I learned through the Beeston Bunch that the equipment is pretty intense and it pulls them somehow into the water. I'm going to show you. So by the first glimpse at it, you'll be like, I don't understand. When you go closer, this child is starting, see how it's got the hearts and the number 5 in the here? Like this is part of the sacrifice. They make them go in the water. That's all I know. And the reason I know that is because Arbana explained it. What you see here is something that goes around their body. That's not the water. Sorry to say. This is not the water on this poor little boy. And this poor little boy went with another child. They never go alone. The child next to him has the same thing. Summer Moon Wells went through the same process. These boys, this is part of the process. This is that little boy. It's on his hands. It's on his body. It's around him. And Arbana told us that they make them walk into the water. And really bad things happen here. Really bad things happen here. But this is a location that you could get information, and it's not being done. See, if you look behind them, this is like Summer went to a place like this. And there's just stuff behind them. It's I did this for Michael Vaughn and Harmony. The information that is in the windows, they take pictures of the posters, but it's a cookie cutter. They don't realize that each child they're doing the same thing with. They're taking a photo and they're they're taking it in a window that you could reflects, like it's all the same window. It's all the same, it's the same thing. And they reflect and show the same information. This here in the window, I cut it out, is a picture, supposed to be a picture of his poster. But it's not. It's a picture of where these children go. They usually do show the same information. But the only difference is the boxes might look a little different. Oh my God, you guys are getting tired. But they show the same information, and I know that it's in the window, so I grab it. It's a little blurry, but they're just so dumb that they keep doing the same thing over and over. So here's the park. They put this in there. This is the park that I think they said has tunnels under it. Look at his mouth. They have that stuff in his mouth. Like, they show information that needs to be shown, but the same information is for all the children. And then they have something going on in the park. Like that's not the park's equipment. You see, they're telling his story. And the police, the detectives, the FBI, whoever the fuck wants to do something about it, it's all in these photos. All of it. All of it. Like, you don't have to find it all. Just look at his mouth with the green shit in his mouth, and you'll know that something is wrong. You don't have to see anything other than that. Apples to apples, I'm going to show you the picture to the right is the same gazebo as the Hare family. Grandis Bly's family years ago takes a photo under this thing. I'm not really sure why, but it's the same gazebo. And we'll have to do apples to apples a different time, because tonight, hopefully I'll get some sleep. The picture to the left, I know, is where they keep these children. Well, look at that. That's what's back there. That's what's in the back of the gazebo. Those are the number 5 boxes, you guys. That is quite interesting. This is the same gazebo. I cannot wait to look that up. Look at that, you guys. Wow. They use a picture with that stuff in his mouth. This is the same gazebo. I'm almost done. Oh, that's what it reminds me of. Like they're in that. I showed you that earlier. This is a picture. I don't know if that's his sister or what, but this is where I stopped. This photo is a very sad photo to me. You could see the heart in his hair, but this little girl, her fingers are going in one of those clippers. Like, I know what that is because I've seen it. This is a very sad photo to me. Now, obviously, I don't know if I'm right or wrong. It's just for entertainment purposes. Everything falls under Section 107, the Copyright Act 1976. But I do know what they do to these kids and the equipment that is used. This is her little boy. I don't think you could get any closer of a photo of the hearts that I show you that are on Summer Moon Wells. This child is a Summer Moon Wells child. However you want to look at it, this is what they do to them. Quentin Simon has that same thing on his face, connected to his eye, and nobody's been arrested. Quentin Simon has the same stuff on him as what you see in front of you. This kind of abuse and sacrifice is being allowed. How I know it's being allowed is because no one's stopping them. No one is stopping them, you guys. This little baby has the same thing on his eye as Quentin Simon. Whoever is making the photos and the posters knows. Whoever is making the photos and the posters, they know that this is part of the sacrifice, or they would never make a poster that looks like this. It matches. So whoever is making this shit for all these kids know they wind up with these hearts around their heads. The little girl sitting with her mom is a victim. This little girl's little finger attached to this lady who has the hearts coming out of her head, just like Lori Vallow did, is a victim. Lori Vallow, see those hearts? See the number 5 bracelet and her finger is in one of those clipper things? This is exactly what it looks like. This little baby is being sacrificed. I cannot take it anymore. I can't. I can't. These kids don't ever go alone. I don't know who this little baby is, but you see what's on her. You see her eyes drooping, just like the fucking poster shows. There's her mom with the number 5 bracelet. These kids are really, really, really being brutalized. And this poor little child is begging for justice. This child is not missing. They're looking for his pieces. And they found him. It's gotta stop, you guys. It really needs to stop. Wow. I don't even know what else to say other than I pray. I pray that tomorrow morning this will make a difference. That tomorrow morning we will hear that a difference has been made. Because this story of this little boy is so crystal clear what is going on in our world. And it is so crystal clear enough for the authorities to do something about it. For the authorities to do something about it. Tomorrow I do have a long day ahead of me. I hope to get some good information. I feel as if this particular case is going to shed some massive light. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have about 8 videos that I have downloaded. You guys. On this case that will show hopefully tomorrow. We'll see. Hopefully tomorrow. I don't know why I wouldn't unless I don't have the time. But everything that they did in this video screams Summer Moonwell's Missing Children. That's it, folks, for now. See that? Even with, see how they have the V? That's exactly what they do. Like, someone's not paying attention. That's the Kylie Rodney case in a nutshell. Exactly what they do. Let's leave it on this little baby's face. All right. Thank you all for being here. Once again, thank you to my subscribers, my members. Thank you, my mods. Thank you. Thank you. And yeah, that's the scoop. Good night for now, guys. God bless you. Thank you. Good afternoon. Good morning. Good. Go to sleep. I'm going to bed. Love you all. God bless you all. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Good night, folks.